folks. Now, I know I'm not the first, and I definitely won't be the last person that you hear speak on cause and effect. Now, some people say affect as in AFF, but it's effect, EFF. Let's go. This might be, may not be, but I'm willing to bet you the edges are touching because they gotta stay somewhere. All right, folks. Hope everybody's day and weekend is going well. You see the title of the video. Now, this is 3 days old. 3 days. Yes, 3 days old. Okay. Now, this is in the state of Georgia, and we're going to get into that, and I'm going to show you how this may coincide with this, which is also in Georgia when it became a quote unquote border state for violent illegal immigrants. Now, there's a lot of stories out here. You can put Georgia and illegal immigrants and illegal immigration in the search bar of your favorite web browser and hit enter, and you can look and you can see it for yourself. Now, Nick, what are you talking about? These thousands and millions of illegals aren't living on the streets. I'm quite sure there's some here and there, but en masse, they're not on the streets. They're in subsidized, a lot of them are in subsidized housing. Don't take my word for it. Look it up, as I always say, because my word don't mean crap without backup, and I got plenty of it. But let's get to the original story, and we can go ahead and get this dog and get this dog walking.
Of people unexpectedly forced out of their homes in South DeKalb. Nearly 200 people will have to find a new place to live. An apartment complex is terminating every tenant's lease with a 60-day notice. And this is all happening at the Forest at Columbia Apartments on Columbia Drive. That's near I-2.
And I'm sorry about the volume. That's not me. That's this video here, and I got the volume cranked up as high as it can go on OBS and on YouTube. So
285 and I-20. Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln is live at the DeKalb County Courthouse tonight. And Ashley, you spoke with management who explained to you why they have to do this.
Yeah, Wendy, we were out there at that apartment complex. We saw for ourselves that the property needs an extensive overhaul when you're talking about repairs. We found out initially that owner gave renters 30 days to move out, but management changed that to 60 days. Now today, management telling us that if renters don't move out before that deadline, they'll have no choice but to take them to court, like this one behind me.
It's wrong. You're just saying on the 31st of August, y'all got to be out. Well, how can you put us out within 2 months?
It's a notice of termination. Residents living at the Forest at Columbia Apartments in South DeKalb say they weren't prepared for.
Everybody out here is not going to find somewhere to live in 2 months.
Tuesday night.
Now, I will admit right off the rip, I have no idea what the renters' laws are in the state of Georgia when it comes to how much time, that you have to give an individual for that you're not renewing their lease. Like, you got a lease and I'm not renewing your lease. I know what it is in the state of Texas, but that's Texas. And there's also the same thing happening back in my hometown of Detroit. 25,000 and some change eviction notices were filed in Detroit despite the that moratorium that was put that all the states ran because of the Wu flu, the Wu-Tang, the Koof. So let's go ahead and do them both. But let's do this first. Let's do this one first.
Every single resident living at this complex, including families, was slapped with this notice.
And you can't just put us out our homes. We have children.
The owner announcing termination of all leases by the end of August.
It just did not allow us enough time.
Residents say they were blindsided by this move. Many who can't afford to move in such a short amount of time.
I was pissed.
And it just don't make sense.
So with Channel 2 Action News.
I spoke with the property manager who said the termination is due to an extensive construction overhaul needed for the property. Residents say for years they've been dealing with rodents, mold, and insects. The property manager says there is just no way to make necessary repairs with nearly 200 people currently living.
Damn, that ain't good.
On site.
It do need improvement a lot from bottom to top, inside and out. But I don't feel like they should make us have to go.
Many residents say instead of the company forcing them off of this property, they say instead they wished that the company would renovate vacant buildings like this one and move them in once the construction is complete.
They have a lot.
I could be wrong, and I actually hope I'm wrong, because I'm not beating on these people, but maybe it's because the new owners, they don't want you. They want to get rid of you because it makes sense to say, okay, you got these buildings that's vacant here. It's on the same complex. Why don't y'all fix them up first and let us move over there? Now, maybe, I don't know if it's the same amount of buildings. So, okay, like example, let's say they got tenants right now in 6 buildings, and the ones that they don't have anybody in that need to be renovated is 4 buildings. I don't know the number, but just work with me. So even if they done that, 2 buildings worth of folks is still going to get left out. You see what I'm saying? Now, if the story is they got people occupying 4 buildings, and then you have 6 buildings, reverse it, that's vacant that need to be refurbed, then yeah, I could see their point. Then I could see it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's I just want to throw that out there. Let's go.
Of them and move us into those.
Matter of fact, let me just back it up a little bit. Wait a minute. Now, even then, but why do savages got to destroy things that's around them? See, this must be something subsidized, a Section 8 or something, because normally people that don't have to pay for SHIT don't respect SHIT. And when you get disrespectful people tend to have disrespectful children. Just throwing that out. But let me back it up just a little bit, y'all. Just a smidge.
Off of this property, they say instead they wished that the company would renovate vacant buildings like this one and move them in once the construction is complete.
They have a lot of them and move us into those.
Along with the needed renovation, management says there's also the issue of crime.
Oh my God.
Our cameras caught the sound of gunfire after a person opened fire at a nearby unit.
Dang, that was the same reporter chick. She, oh my God, that cacao. Man, wait a minute.
George 635, shots fired!
Yeah, there you go.
Nearby unit. This is an image of the bullet hole. Cash-strapped tenants say there has to be another safe option towards improvement without having to move out.
We don't have places to go. We don't have money.
Channel 2's Ashley Lincoln back out live with us. Ashley, two things here. First off, is this legal? And secondly, is this property manager giving residents the legal required amount of time to be able to terminate the lease?
Yeah, we found out he is, Wendy. In situations, we found that it is illegal for landlords to collect rent on properties that are simply unsafe for people to live in. I found out that this company is actually based in Florida. They bought this property a couple of months ago. They did a walkthrough yesterday, and they just deemed the entire property unsafe. He hopes it'll take about a year to get this entire renovation complete.
Well, our thoughts go out with all those folks having to find a new place to live because it is tough in this market. Ashley, thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. Now, let's do this right fast. Uh-oh. I don't hear. Let's try that again. What? I can't hear her. Hold on a second. Let's try it again.
A groundbreaking Channel 2 Action News investigation. Thousands of unauthorized immigrants convicted of violent crimes were removed from this country several times, but they keep coming back and often commit more crimes. Channel 2's investigative reporter Aaron Diamond uncovered the alarming number of dangerous deportees the federal government keeps but doesn't advertise. Aaron?
Jovita, the policy battle over immigration reform rages in Washington,
This is in Georgia.
D.C. and here at home. The debate is often fueled by emotion and politics, and we spent months working to cut through all that, crunching the Fed's own numbers in ways no one else had to identify and quantify a specific group of unauthorized immigrants in Georgia and around the country who objectively pose a safety problem.
But now she not home, not here now.
Not even broken English can hide Maya Gurung's broken heart.
Hit it hard.
Sergio Viralula recently pleaded guilty and got a life sentence for murdering Gurung's daughter, Manju Pumnagar, outside her Cobb County apartment in 2013.
I need to meet for that guy. Why you kill for my daughter?
Oh boy, that ain't good. Listen, I'll put the link here so you guys don't have to. Honduras, Colombia, El Salvador, Dominican Republic, Mexico. What's this number say? Come on. 386,485 removed. That's a lot of. That's oh, and of course we're number one. Of course, gonna be.
Behind only Texas, then head out west to California. Then the state of Georgia ranks first.
Has either.
Vaughn was also floored. We found Georgia ranks first in deportations amongst all non-border states and fourth overall. Behind only Texas, then head out west to California, then the state of Arizona. Pay attention to these numbers. The feds deported more than 7,100 unauthorized immigrants from Georgia in fiscal year 2013. Nearly 1,200 had aggravated felony convictions. Of those, 513, that's 44%, had at least one prior removal.
Georgia has effectively become a border state, certainly for illegal alien criminals.
A dynamic.
Where do y'all think these people are staying? I ain't even gonna preach to y'all. Y'all know where I'm at on it. Let's move a little further down the line.
A man from Honduras has pleaded guilty to smuggling undocumented immigrants in Georgia. Court documents show Carlos Aguilera Espinal was pulled over in April for an improper lane change. Franklin County deputies found 12 people in his car. He's facing a maximum sentence of 12 years in prison and a possible fine of $250,000.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. I don't foresee it. Look, people that don't believe that people that are here illegally aren't getting food stamps, EBT, subsidized housing, all that other good stuff, you need your head examined. It's been happening for years. It's been happening for decades. Matter of fact, now some presidents tried to fight against, but a lot of people don't understand. Congress rules the deal, because you're looking at people that can get elected over and over and over and over and over again. A president has 4 years. If he get reelected, then 8. There's still people in Congress and the Senate that was here during the Clinton administration that are still here. Chuck Schumer, Madam Pelosi, they're still here. Grassley, Senator well, I think he just, there's a lot of folks that's still here. Harry Reid, he's gone, but been here. Those are the ones that control things. And I know people say, oh man, the businesses, they want the illegals. Look, man, some do, some don't, because there's a lot of businesses that blow the horn on other businesses that use and shelter them. They don't get any shine because they worrying about the backlash and the ricochet, especially depending on where you're at. A lot of places that were raided that we said, this plant and that meatpacking plant and this lumber yard, and this, that, and other, and this trucking company. A lot of those places were raided after they had been investigated, after another business or a legal employee tipped off the feds. That ain't hard. That one ain't hard to look up and find out too. Now, the people that do it, I would try to keep my, name off of it too, because I don't want to be defending my place every day like it's Fort Knox, because you're gonna have folks coming after you. So I would like to be anonymous too, where they have that, the deal when you're being anonymous and they're interviewing you.
Yes, my name is not Nick Taylor. It's not Nick Taylor. I don't even know anyone named Nick Taylor, but I know that 200 people in this meatpacking plant here in San Antonio are actually here illegally. I know that much, and they pay them $5 an hour, and they have to work here at least 3 weeks straight right off the bat before they get their first check.
Yeah, stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, y'all. I'm going to kill this one here. Then I'll do the Detroit eviction video, because I didn't want to just make it one giant long video. So y'all be good and be safe, and see you on the next video.